Hi everyone, this is Shiru. In today's video, I'm going to share with you four ESL companies that are currently hiring. If you're looking for a work from home job, then this video is perfect for you. Make sure to watch until the end of this video. I'll be discussing the requirements, salary rate, and what you can expect from each company. Two of these companies accept applicants without a degree, while the other two companies require a degree. So you'll definitely find an option that fits your qualification. Without further ado, let's get started. Let us start with our first company, which is Happy Camp, or also known as Happy Planet. The pay ranges from 50 pesos to 55 pesos for a 25-minute class. This rate is already converted into Philippine peso, but you can also convert it into dollars or your local currency if needed. They pay teachers weekly, so you can receive your earnings once a week. All right, how about the students? The students are mostly Chinese. I did have one adult student before, but most of my students were children. Just to clarify that I'm not working with this company, I'm no longer working with this company, and I'm not currently affiliated with them. All right, now let's see the platform that they use. They use ClassIn. If you don't have the ClassIn app yet, you can download it from the Play Store or Microsoft website, Microsoft Edge. When it comes to material, it's provided by the company, yes. You don't need to worry because the company provides all the teaching materials. You simply choose the material you want to use or follow what the student prefers for the lesson. For the schedule, the peak hours are from 5 p.m. to 9, no, to 10 p.m. Philippine time. You may convert this to your local time if needed. Classes are typically one-on-one, and in my experience, I did not handle any group classes. One good thing about this company is that they accept applicants even without a college degree. Whether you've finished elementary, high school, or senior high school, you can still apply. However, having teaching certificates like TEFL or TESOL is a plus. All right, and this is the first company that doesn't require a degree, just like what I've mentioned in my introduction. Let's talk about cons. So this is our cons. They have low salary. Yes, their rate is relatively low compared to other ESL companies since it's only 50 to 55 pesos per 25 minutes. Second, they require a fixed schedule. You need to follow the schedule. In my case, I work for 3 fixed hours daily from 7 o'clock p.m. to 10 p.m. Philippine time. Although they do not require a minimum number of teaching hours per week, you're still expected to commit to your fixed schedule. This may or may not work for you depending on your preference. Lastly, the application process is mostly referral based. Yeah, so mostly referral based. There are many managers in the company, and each manager may have a different management style and working environment. It's also quite difficult to apply directly. If you know a teacher who is currently working at Happy Camp or Happy Planet, you can ask them to refer you. Once referred, the application process becomes much easier. So if you want, you can also search it on Blue app or on Facebook. You can also search Happy Camp or Happy Planet, and they have their own page. Let's talk about the advantages. First, this one, students are provided, so you don't need to find your own. In my experience, I was able to get a students within my first week. Second, materials are already prepared. This is what I really like and Happy Camp or Happy Planet because I don't have to prepare my own materials. And it's really hassle to prepare your own materials, right? But in this company, you don't have to. And the third and last, the salary is consistent and always on time. Since they pay weekly, this is a great option. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, let's go back. All right. Okay, and this one. This is a great option if you need a quick source of income or a side hustle where you can receive your earnings regularly. All right, let's see this one here. Ah, and let me talk about this another advantage. This is the last one. This company is beginner friendly. Even if you do not have teaching experience, certifications, or a degree, you can still apply and gain experience. After gaining enough experience, you can choose to apply to other ESL companies. This company can serve as a stepping stone to help you build your teaching skills. So let's see the requirements now. First is 1 minute video introduction. This is very important because it allows the company to assess your qualifications and teaching style. You have to give your best here. And the second is class and QR code. You need to download the app and provide your code. You can screenshot it or download it and send it to them. The third is resume, and the fourth is teaching certificates. Again, it's not mandatory. All right, so we're done with the first company, which is Happy Camp. Let's move on to our second company, Cafetalk. What I really like about Cafetalk is that you can set your own rate. The pricing is really flexible, so you can decide your value as a teacher. The class type is one on one only, no group classes. Most students are Japanese and international learners, mainly adults. Compared to Happy Planet or Happy Camp, Cafe Talk is more on adults. Mostly, yeah, your students are mainly adults, not kids. While in the first company, their students are mainly kids. The focus here in Cafe Talk is conversational English, like IELTS and general English. One great thing is that you need to prepare your own materials. There is no fixed curriculum, so you have full freedom to create and adjust your lessons based on your students' needs. So if your student wants to talk about business, then you can talk about that. And in your next class, if he likes or she likes to talk about his daily life or about something that he likes to talk about or interesting for him, then you can talk about that. Another plus is that a degree is not required, just like what you can see here. High school graduates can apply, although having a degree is a plus. So let's see the cons. There is no guaranteed student booking. So you need to attract students through your profile. Competition is really high and it may take time for some teachers. Yeah, some teachers said that they waited for weeks or even months to get their regular students. The commission is also quite high. The good side, it's very flexible. It's very flexible and independent. You control your schedule, your rate. You can also meet students from different countries, which makes teaching more interesting. So if you're the kind of person who likes talking with different students, then Cafe Talk is perfect for you. Let's see the next one. The basic requirements are the following. First, you must be 18 years old and not currently a student. High school graduates are also accepted. This is our second company that accept participants or applicants who don't have a bachelor degree. The application process is really simple. So you can see the application process in the box. First, apply in their website. So I'll put the website in the comment section and in the description box. You can just check it out. Complete the profile and then do an interview. And once approved, you can start teaching right away. Okay, so let's move on to our third company. It's talksphere. I actually saw this company on Facebook where they were actively looking for online tutors and teachers. The salary or rate was not publicly disclosed. You will need to contact them directly to inquire about the pay. The class is one-on-one only. There's no group classes. Their students are mostly Chinese kids, so you will mainly be teaching younger learners. The materials are provided by the company, so you don't have to worry. However, since you are teaching kids, you have to be lively and engaging. For requirements, talksphere typically accepts college level applicants or graduates with a bachelor degree. The schedule is usually from 5 o'clock p.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays. That is Philippine time, so take note of that. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. For the cons, the biggest challenge is the high competition. Since many teachers are applying, you really need to make an effort to stand out, to make the students like you, to stand out and attract your regular students. Now for the pros, it's very flexible. talksphere offers a flexible setup, and it's not very strict when it comes to equipment specifications or dress code. Some companies require their tutors, their teacher to wear only white shirt or only blue shirt. Blue shirt, yeah. I mean blue shirt. But talksphere doesn't require you to have that specific color. Another advantage is the weekly salary, which is something many ESL teachers look for. When I first started in the ESL industry, I personally looked for companies that pay weekly. These are the only details publicly available in their Facebook post. You can check their official Facebook page for more information. You can also contact them directly and ask about the rate and application process. Now let's move on to our last company, BigBrains. Oh, alright. There we go. The name may sound a bit funny, yeah? But BigBrains is actually a legitimate ESL company. The pay is 110 peso per hour. It's converted to Philippine peso. You can also convert this to your own currency depending on your location. The class type is also one-on-one only, with no group classes. Their students are mostly Chinese learners, and you may teach both kids and adult students. The teaching materials are also provided by the company, just like talksphere and Happy Planet. So you don't need to worry about preparing lesson material from scratch. Their teaching style requires you to be interactive, engaging, and student-centered. Of course, to keep learners motivated and involved, right? For requirements, let's see this one. Degree is required. So this is best suited for college graduates who want to enter the ESL field. Now for the cons, let's see this one. One requirement is that you must meet a minimum number of working hours. I'm not aware and I don't have any idea about their minimum hours required, so you can just check it with them. You may need to another downside is that the salary is relatively lower compared to other ESL companies, and the commission may also be quite high. And it may take some time to get regular bookings. Let's talk about the pros. One advantage is a stable teaching schedule. Another plus is that no prior teaching experience is required, making it a good option for aspiring ESL teachers who are just starting out, as long as they meet the qualifications. If you are a college graduate looking to start your ESL journey, BigBrains could be a good entry point. You can try it. Alright, so that's it for our video. Thank you for staying until the end of this video. So before we end, I just want to remind you again, I love sharing these videos to help you find your next role, your next job. But I haven't done a deep research of every company listed. I do my best to research and share accurate information, but I also encourage you to do your own research before applying. It's just to be safe. So these posts are shared in good faith to point you toward potential opportunities. To stay safe, always double check company details. That's why I always put their Facebook pages, their websites, and the description box and comment section. If you like to check the 4 companies and the details about them, then you can get the free PDF file in the description box and comment section. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!